have right now is for all you hype beasting, clout chasing, carbon copy cutouts. Keep the noise down while the YYC soldiers show you what a real sneaker podcast sounds like. Hit the music.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Got 'em, the podcast from the YYC Soldiers team. I'm your host, Adam Diesel Power. I'm chilling with the YYC Soldiers crew. We've got all the usual suspects. In the top corner, we've got Albert, Miles Mejia, Mr. Legal Hustle Clothing, Mr. Bucket Hat today. What's in the bucket?
What up? Yo, this is Crooks and Castles.
Okay.
A little throwback.
Yeah.
A little C's up.
In the other corner, we got back in Calgary again, the student, the struggling, studying student, King Kamba.
Struggling.
Almost didn't make it to the show today. Had too much homework to do. But school's important. Stay in school.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, if you have to miss a podcast, it's okay.
Yeah.
School comes first. We'll do podcasts forever after that when you're done.
Always.
Yeah. And in the other corner, we've got some Hitman glasses on JC, Jermaine Cummings, the Southwest PE Poppy, in a fresh vintage Owen Hart t-shirt.
You know what time it is. From 1999, crisp. I got to shout out Vibe Vintage on this one. Came through with the real Owen Hart gem. Man, I'm just overwhelmed with emotion right now wearing this thing. Come on now, Southwest Calgary guys. You know what time it is. Come on now.
Hey.
Hart Dynasty. So Vibe Vintage, they're out of Red Deer. Is that right?
Yeah, they are. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I know he's got a whole bunch of vintage gear. Definitely go check him out on both Instagram and his website. And he also curates a few things as well. So keep them on your list. Go check out Vibe Vintage and just make sure you don't buy the good shit because that's for me, right, Vibe?
That's that plug right there.
So support local.
Finder's fee. That's the finder's fee.
That's that's another local plug.
Jermaine's gonna get his discount coupon soon.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
All right. So collection report. Anybody got anything new to add to the collection this week?
Last week I showed you guys my NGF figure. This week, or a couple days later, actually, I got my
wrestling
John Moxley figure, getting ready for some Kenny Omega versus John Moxley this Sunday at AEW Revolution.
Okay.
My boy's gonna take the title back. Moxley gonna take that title back. Yeah.
Cool.
That's what's up.
I don't have a sneaker related thing. I just got it today. I haven't even opened it yet. But as you may have heard in the past on the show, I was one of the fortunate or unfortunate people who had purchased a pair of those Warren Lotus Reaper Dunks, the pigeon ones. And when all that fiasco went down, got my money back, all good and square. But he sent a code for free t-shirt to everyone who bought it. So I got my t-shirt in. It's that.
That is so you, Adam.
I know, this is totally my vibe. So I don't know what to do with it. Maybe we'll give it away on this show at some point. So I might just leave it in the cellophane for later.
Or just gradually put it on during the podcast.
Or I'll just slowly creep it on.
Yeah.
I'll either show up with it next week or we'll give it away next week. How's that?
Yeah, we could do that.
Works.
All right. Jermaine, what you got?
I got a little pickup. I missed the initial run of these shorts at House of Hoops. I missed them in my size, but they just had a restock within the last couple of weeks. So, I had to catch
Do you know?
these right
I thought you had those already.
I wish I did. I just picked them up days ago.
You have a jacket that looks like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You got a chalk line jacket.
But
in some
Probably.
colors.
Probably. But the OGs know, man. These were the same shorts that Spike Lee was wearing in the Air Jordan 3 ads, famous ads where he's saying, do you know? Do you know? Do you know?
I'm going to bring up that picture right now.
Do that, please, sir. Please, sir.
So for those watching at home,
the ones that Mike was wearing in Barcelona too?
No, those are the squiggle ones.
Yeah, they're the squiggle ones.
So this is the picture and the ad that you're probably most famous with. It's in black and white. These are the shorts. But we did also track down a photo. Here is Spike rocking the shorts.
There they go.
They look a little shorter.
Are you going to rock them that?
They look a little shorter than what you got on, Jermaine.
I don't know, bro. These are pretty short shorts. Like, don't let the camera ratio fool you here. Like, these are not very big shorts at all. So I can't wait to get them on, and we'll see what Chalkline Jack I compare with these.
Yeah,
You gotta wear some workout gloves while you rock them too.
Got to. And the flip up painter's cap. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Man. I mean, it was only right. Air Jordan 3 week this week. Had to get some Air Jordan 3 related material. Come on now.
There you go.
Synergy.
There you go. Fresh.
That's
a local Foot Locker scoop.
It is. Chinook Center. House of Hoops.
Nice.
Snatched.
Look
at Gary.
Gary's got the threes on. He's ready for this week. He's rocking. Our friend Kevin, part of the YYC Soldiers community, he messaged me the other day and showed me those shorts. He was at Market Mall, so lots of Foot Lockers have them. So they're all around. So keep on a lookout for those, but don't wear them when you're around Jermaine. Jermaine's got those on lock.
I mean, we could be a tag team. If you want to wear them with me, that's cool. That works.
Cool.
I'll let it slide.
All right, let's keep rolling. Or Har, we can go to you. I don't think you had anything, but
nothing for me. Not this week, anyway.
No, you got something coming still.
Just copping knowledge for the next 2 weeks.
Just copping knowledge. Hey. Got nothing coming in. You got something stuck in post? No.
No.
In transit.
No, I mean I have one sitting at my locker still from a couple weeks ago that we were talking about, but it's not in yet, so we're not talking about it.
Cool. One day they'll pop.
One day. Yeah.
All right. Let's get rolling. Let's get into our show. First things first is always the weekly update. What's coming out this week? What do we have to look forward to on Saturday morning? Guess what? We have a new Air Jordan 1. Who would have thought?
You don't say.
There's a new Jordan 1 coming out. This
I
one
like these though.
University.
Yeah, I'm
Blue.
definitely trying.
These guys are liking these.
Yeah.
Hey man, white laces on those things, and I'll roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
White laces.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
you can't ever go wrong with that North Carolina blue.
University blue, they're calling it.
Same crap.
Yeah.
What university is that?
Yeah. Who knows? Could be anything.
Who knows?
Could be anything. Lots of places are getting these. They're still going to be tough to get. Enter the raffles if you haven't. But I don't think they're super sought after, but they are going to be pretty tough to get.
Yeah, I mean they'll sell it. They're ones.
Yeah, they'll sell out. Every Jordan 1 sells out. Every high Jordan 1 sells out. Every mid Jordan 1 sells out. Every low Jordan 1 sells out after a few days. So,
especially when they throw the words university in that, you already know it's going to sell out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
But
what are those pants?
What is with these pants?
What
are those pants?
That is a bad look.
Are they like
speaking of bad looks? Speaking of bad looks, let's go to the next release. We've got the Adidas Yeezy 450s.
Wow.
This is a shoe that Kanye has worn in the past, quite a while ago, and they've been rumored to come out for a couple years. Nobody knew when they were coming out. Nobody knew what they were called.
They should have come out
this weekend. I'm going to show one picture. Look at this picture.
Looks horrible.
This is a shoe you want?
Someone ran that shit over you.
That looks horrible there, but in the product pictures, it looks nice.
Does it?
I kind of like it. I don't know.
It looks like
Is that a cop to rock for you, Har?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like probably.
Or is it like you just like it from the product photos?
I don't know. I got to see more on feet pictures
So
to
here's-
see what happens.
here's the on feet.
I've only seen those ones with Kanye
Yeah.
on them. But
I have a pair of leather joggers. You think I should cop these and wear my leather joggers with them?
you should if you want to be
Go for
Kanye.
Right?
Man.
And like
Kinda
and a
cool.
crop top velour baseball jersey. I think that's the look right there.
Oof.
Jermaine's loving the look right now.
Man. It's a sad day. But hey, I'm used to it at this point, man.
Yeah.
Every
nothing-
Kanye West release that comes out, like I can't even be surprised anymore, bro.
nothing
Like,
surprises you.
it
No,
looks
it's just
interesting. I got to see
carbon
what it
copies.
feels like and everything.
I mean, at least it's not a Jerry Lorenzo consolation prize, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
we'll
I
get
need
to
to see how this
Lorenzo.
soul feels like. That's what I'm interested about.
Do they adiprene these joints? Boost anything?
Usually they have boost in the 350s and the other ones, so I don't know what they're putting in this one because usually you can see the boost at least.
Yeah.
Some,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any
This one
boost. I
doesn't
don't
look
see any
like-
reference to boost.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how they're gonna feel. That might be the killer for me.
similar to those whatever sandal runners things he has.
Maybe, but I mean, like
that.
at least the sandal ones are like made so that they're not
I think I saw Kendall.
they're not supposed to be super comfy. But
Yeah,
I saw Kendall. I think it was Kendall rocking a pair of these, and I was just like, bruh.
Oh man, D Book gotta put the stop to that. Come on now.
who was
Come
rocking them?
on now.
Kendall Jenner, I think she
Oh.
was rocking them with like some
Oh,
skinny jeans or like
Oh,
tights,
yeah.
and I was just like, what is this?
You know, man, it might look interesting. If I can get
All
my
right.
hands on a pair, then I will try.
I think we've talked about this enough. If you get your hands on a pair, send us some pictures. Next up, we got to give a shout out to our good friend Kevin again. He just had a big birthday. I don't want to out how old he is, but he just had a big birthday this week. And to commemorate his birthday, Nike brings out an all-star foam posit. I think this is just for Kevin. It had to be.
Just for
It's gotta be.
Just for Kevin.
The biggest foam posit head I know. So we got the black, barely green foam posit. So they're like a green glow.
these
like
are
a
kind of
matte-
fire, man.
A matte sheen
Yeah,
upper
man.
with a bit of a design to it.
Yeah, it looks like it's like like watery or liquidy or something.
This
And
is like almost like the washed out Paranormals,
yeah, a little
right?
bit.
Yeah.
No green, right? The green sole is washed out a little bit, but
Yeah.
the black
Yeah.
is still matte.
That's why
Yeah.
it's barely green.
Yeah.
And then you got the little emblem on the back to commemorate the Indianapolis All-Star game that never was.
Hmm.
I like
It's-
these, man.
I think it's going to be the games in Atlanta this year. They moved it, but we still got that Indianapolis emblem on the back.
That's
I know there's-
dope.
Yeah, I know there's a few other shoes in this pack. I don't really want to go over all of them. There's more dunks. It's always more dunks. But there's a dunk coming out, and I think an Air Force One. In this
If only
pack.
these weren't like 265, I'd definitely cop a pair.
Mhm.
Yeah, phones will forever be fucking jacked up.
That's the shitty part. But like,
But you know what though?
so
Sometimes
nice.
they end up at the outlets too though. I've seen a couple
Sometimes, yeah.
of
But I mean,
Rarely-
like,
it's rarely the ones that you
Yeah.
want though.
Yeah, I don't think
knowing our luck, we're not getting any in Calgary. So.
Yeah. These won't show up. I think foams are on the rise in terms of hype this year. I think we're going to
These are
start
dope,
seeing
dude.
foams selling out, going for crazy dollars, especially towards the end of the year. So mark my words.
I
Yeah, but
hope
you're
it
topping
does.
the
So
league.
I hope the dunk train slows down and the foam posit train picks
Goes
up.
to the
You're
foam
just
train.
going to add another cart to that train. It's going to be the foam plastic train.
Yeah, no
The
doubt.
dunk train is it's running. Speaking of dunks, let's go to the next one. Just came out this morning.
Hey,
Good show.
The Supreme Dunks. Terrible release for everyone.
Terrible.
Stateside, North America. So yeah, we had 4 colorways. We talked about the shoe in the past. A throwback to the 2003, was it, Albert? 2003 Supreme
Yeah,
Dunks.
3.
They were highs, the red, the orange, and the baby blue. So we had 4 colorways: a green, a blue, a Baroque brown, and black. So these were
Is it
only
Broke
sold.
Brown?
I think they're Baroque brown, aren't they?
Man, I went for the black ones, but I wish I went for the. I should have gone for the brown ones and
Oh,
put that
they're bark root brown, not Baroque
bark
brown.
root.
yeah, I tried to get some in the morning, but
So here's the
Failed.
story. I did too. I was after these green ones actually. Had it in my
Let me
cart.
in though. What happened with this? I heard about this
So-
release.
What happens is they do it, the EU, like the Europe Supreme does a release, like what is it, 5 hours before?
Something like that.
It's
Yeah.
it's earlier in the morning. So
Yeah.
that's how people kind of know what sells out faster, whatever. And what Supreme did is they added another step to their checkout process to kind of combat the bots. And so you had to like add it to your cart, and before you click add to cart, you had to like click a confirm button and then add to cart, and then normal process. And because of this, the EU release went super smooth, and people, well, not smooth, but people were able to like manually grab tons of manual cops. No bots were able to get through, and people were able to buy shoes even like 10 minutes after the release. They were able to pick up pairs. But what happens when the US release comes? They just did the same thing. All the bot providers, all the bot programmers had 5+ hours to update their bots, and they did. And so 0% chance. Like I saw a handful of people able to grab them, but I did not see very many. It was like I added it to my cart, got in my cart, went to checkout, hit the checkout, crashed my cart, go back to the cart, it's sold out, and the whole thing's gone in less than a minute. It just like the whole website was done. I
Yeah,
don't know what your
if
guys'
10 minutes
idea
goes
was.
by after release on a Supreme Nike collab and you can cart that shit after 10, 15 minutes, like, don't get your hopes up. There's going to be issues for sure, as we see here.
There were things. So these were a mess. It was gone instantly. It was terrible. I don't know if anybody's able to get them. So
Yeah.
Is that
And
what
But the brown is the fire spirit of it all, man. I like that brown.
Yeah,
you like that brown?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
always
think-
like the brown one, but I don't know why I went for black.
Black was I think the most popular. I dig this green one. I think black.
I thought the green one would be.
And then blue and brown was the least popular. But they're all like, you're talking popularity within like a small amount.
Right.
Depending how you gauge popularity. Is it sellout times? What is it?
I think it does resell.
Yeah, or resell. They're all very similar resell, I think.
Mm.
So that was a pretty shitty. Probably, I'd say that's a rival. That rivals the top release for hype of the year, with the trophy rooms. I'd say
yeah, probably so far.
pretty close. And we're only in March, and we already got two very strong contenders. I think we might have another one though. I'm gonna bring up what we're about to talk about next.
At the end of the year, we should just do who had the biggest shit show. I think trophy room
the worst
is
release.
still number one.
The worst release of the year.
It's the same people every year. Adidas.
yeah.
Worst collabs of the year. Adidas.
So here we have some new information. This might be one of the most like hyped up releases of the year. Kaz and Sakai did a collaboration on a clothing line, but in addition to this, there's also a couple pairs of Blazer lows. I think they're both lows. So I know Kaz already hyped, Sakai already hyped. Throw them both together, it's gonna be.
What a hype train, man.
It's like an insane.
I'm wondering where the
hype train.
cause influence comes in on the shoes.
I think it's the colors. The colors.
The colors.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
the colors.
it's-
But, I mean, the
like-
Sakai's basically were doing that anyway. That's what all the other Sakai's look like.
Yeah, the check,
think
the double checks. and the
time.
double-
Yeah.
It's time. It's officially time. A few weeks ago, I came out here and said, you know what? The Blazers cool. I like all these collabs. You know, the Blazers, it's a really dope shoe. You know, it's a classic shoe. You can't go wrong. But with this here, it's time. It's over. It's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
You've officially taken that knife and you've jabbed it right into the esophagus repeatedly of the Blazer. It's done now. When you got
Yeah.
like collabs that are starting to look like other collabs, them joints aren't even looking like individualistic anymore. Like that's it, man. That's it. It's
Yeah,
done.
I feel like the clothing is more so cause than the shoes there. I feel like
Yeah,
gotta be
the
something
colors,
on
the patterns for sure is
Yeah.
cause.
I can't tell, but the Nike maybe has some cause influence on the tongue.
You just got to
here.
throw some X's on the heel and you're straight.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably what's there because you see it on the shirt here.
Yeah.
You see the cause Cause logo there.
They're just
So
gonna double down on someone else's collab though. Like those look awfully familiar to the
All the other
Sakai
Sakai,
joints.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was about to name them all, but it's just
They
all
are.
of them.
They are. This is a Sakai.
Man,
I just wonder.
Sakai and Cause. So it's
I wonder if
double.
Cause is just doing the apparel and Sakai is doing the shoes.
Oh,
I
it
don't
could
know.
be.
Maybe. I think
I wonder
there's
if
gotta be
anyone's-
something.
I feel like
If
that might
anyone's
be.
ever gonna walk out wearing this whole fit.
No,
Never.
like never.
not off a runway.
Never.
Maybe those pants, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't see any. Oh, there it is. There's a double X on the rubber.
Oh, there it is on the heel?
Right, here,
Oh.
right on the toe. So
Toe box.
they
I don't know.
are technically a Cause. It's not just a Sakai. So
It's a little too much for me. A
that
Cause would have been a nice collab for a blazer. I'm not a fan of the Sakai stuff.
Nothing will beat the first Cause with the Jordan 4s.
Those are the best, aren't they?
Just give it a rest. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Leave him where he is. Don't tarnish the man's name.
wasn't the first one.
They're just trying to get that first high.
No, man, I'm gonna say the
Well, I guess the Air
Cause-
Maxes are hype too.
yeah.
But yeah,
the
those
Cause and
Jordan
the
4s.
Etnies, yo. Was it the Etnies? The skate shoe that he did?
Oh, you're not gonna come out here and say those are the
DC.
best ones?
Yeah,
DC
They're the best
was
ones,
the
yeah.
first
come
one.
on, man.
Oh,
Come
on.
Come on, bro.
That's Albert's favorite.
Albert's favorite collab would be Cause just putting 2 X's on a Vans. That's it. With a Sharpie.
Done.
So clean, bro. So clean.
Well, let's jump into this. Got to be the biggest story of the week, of the year so far. It's even gotten out of normal sneakerhead world,
This
right?
is CNN News, Fox
This is
News.
CNN News. This is
Wow.
Bloomberg. We know what it is. I think everybody knows what it is. I'm going to explain it a little bit. I'm not sure if I can even do it justice, but Bloomberg did an article on resellers. And in particular, this one sneaker reseller, a 19-year-old dude from Portland who goes by the name West Coast Streetwear. Now, this guy is buying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of sneakers, loading them up, as you can see in all these pictures, and reselling them and making good money doing it. He's got a big business. Not only that, does he resell, he runs like a cook group, which is like a private Discord that people pay pretty steep memberships. I think it was like $200 to $300 a month
Yeah,
to be a
something
part
like
of this
that.
group, to get bot information, to get chances to get a slot in a bot, to get information about these releases, whatever he does. So he's been doing this. So Bloomberg does a little article on this dude. And I would imagine at the beginning of the article, it was kind of like, look at this guy. He's making money. He's making moves. He's doing something entrepreneurial in the world, right? I think that's where this like started.
Yeah, because it was
then-
from last year, right?
No, this is from this year. It's
No, but I think they've talked to him since last year, and then they did the article this year.
Yeah, but in the article they even jump to that next section. So, as Jermaine would attest to this guy's in Portland. No chance he doesn't already have a connection to Nike. Like people in Portland, everybody knows somebody who's working for Nike. Like everybody there works for Nike. So this guy was not only outed as a reseller, and gladly he was like flaunting his reseller status. Even in the interview, he says, "It sounds like people are giving resellers a bad name." Like he tries to play this thing up. But clearly this guy is a clout chaser doing this article, wanting to get his face and his name out in the world. And what does this do? It brings the Bloomberg writer and journalist to do a little bit more research about a 19-year-old who's spending $130,000 on an American Express on Yeezy supply on a random Saturday morning, and finds out it obviously wasn't his credit card that he was ringing money up on. It was to his mom's credit card. So you're ringing up $130,000 on your mom's credit card. Who is your mom that you have $130,000 limit on your credit card? His mom is a Nike VP.
Big up to mom. Jeez.
And not
Sad.
only that, recently in charge of the Sneakers app, which is the app that gives people the opportunity, either the alleged opportunity to buy sneakers, hype sneakers, non-hype sneakers, whatever. So that's the kind of story that we had. The next step to this is obviously she was asked about this, or she divulged this information that her son was a reseller, does all this stuff when she got this promotion to this role, and they were all cool with it. But since the kid was just clout chasing, wanted to be out in this world and get his name out there, this looked really bad on Nike. And whether it was her choice or Nike pushing the envelope a little bit, she stepped down from her position after having worked at Nike for 25 years. What do you guys think? What do you think about this whole story?
I think
Honestly,
it sucks, but
it
her
sucks.
kid's a shit show.
I think this is happening a lot when it comes to the Nike stuff. So like, there's probably a bunch of parents with kids who don't really have jobs who are able to make, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of purchases via online stuff right now, who are like, hey son, about that fucking, huge ass deal you got coming through this week, maybe we'll settle down on that a little bit. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I wouldn't be surprised if old Mama Hebert does some squealing here at some point, because she may have stepped down, but like obviously you don't know, you do know actually that she didn't do that willfully. Like there's no way she went down and like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll just step down.
Yeah.
Nike came to her and said, look, we're either gonna can you or you can walk now. So
That's right.
and she was like, what about so and so and what about him? I was like, well, they didn't have the Bloomberg story, so you the scapegoat for this. So out you get.
Yeah.
Also, we forgot to mention on the top left corner, if you scroll up, in I think 2019 or 2020, he was a guy that everyone was trying to figure out, who's this guy that found six pairs of Air Mags in a storage unit that he bought.
Yeah.
And
So
it ended up
allegedly he bought a storage unit and inside were 6 pairs of Air Mags. Allegedly, that's how the story goes.
Crazy. That story had people checking storage units like everybody's business. It may have even like inspired that sneakerhead story from the series.
You know what my theory is? Like what Jermaine was just saying about there's other people involved.
Oh, 100%.
But I feel like someone bought, or maybe multiple people put it in a storage unit and purposely left it there till it expired. And then Joe comes in and is like, I'll give you like $75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they just gave them to him. And then he was like, found these in a storage locker. His mom came home with 6 pairs and he's like, found them in a storage locker on Instagram.
But like, it sucks, man. But that's, you play the game of like trying to chase this shit that doesn't exist, and it kind of you live the repercussions of it being positive or negative.
Yeah, I feel a bit mixed on this whole situation a couple of ways, just because you feel a little bit for the mom. Like she's worked at Nike for so long, she's worked her way up, she's worked really hard, she deserves these roles, and then she has kind of a shitbird son come in and pull this stunt.
But she was backing it though.
But in some ways, it's less about the like Nike privilege. It's more just about the privilege that this kid has. That his mom lets him use $130,000 credit card on this. And what he also was doing, he claimed he was like rolling around, like he would drive through Idaho, through Colorado, through Utah, all these states, and hit up Nike outlets and just buy a whole bunch of sneakers from all the Nike outlets, come back and resell them. And he's just like doing all this stuff. And maybe he is, but maybe he's also using his mom's discount at all these Nike stores. So that's a whole nother step. He's definitely like, you see all these Nike bags he's got, a lot of these are coming from the employee store. He's definitely picked up stuff at the employee store, a lot of stuff that he's just blowing out too. So at first there's this level of privilege, and then there's this other level of like Nike privilege.
Yeah.
It kind of kills it.
Man, if my parent was like a VP/GM for Nike like this, I wouldn't be flashing the shit out. I would just be a secret seller on the side.
Which is what the majority of these kids are doing, for sure. This kid, man, he got a little bit of taste of that fame and just blew the whole shit up for his family.
Yeah, man.
I mean, your mom is a VP at Nike.
Yeah, I remember in that article, I don't know if you guys read it, but it was like whoever did the article, the guy, I don't know if he's an investigator or she or whatever. Basically, they found out that the kid's mom was VP of Nike. The kid didn't tell him that, but they found out. And so after that, he stopped talking to them. So I think he was trying to be low key with it. Like we've seen that other article on Complex the other day where they were talking about a reseller guy. He obviously didn't divulge anything. He's chilling. Whereas I think this guy sort of, I don't know, inadvertently maybe, because apparently he sent over some pictures which showed invoices. Yeah, he showed his mom's card. And so after that, he stopped talking to them. So he knows he fucked up. He knows he fucked up because he stopped.
That's what happened last year. Was he sent them a photo? He's like, "Yeah, look at how much I spent on my credit card."
Yeah,
and then all they did was run the address and I guess whatever number, and it came up to her name.
And it wouldn't be hard. Like I said before, like he lives in Portland. He's probably got a connection to Nike. It's not hard looking up that. And if his mom was like a nobody in Nike, maybe you wouldn't find it. But she's high enough up.
Yeah.
And that's what
it's crazy though.
No, he did mention that in the article. They mentioned that he said, my mom is high enough up that this doesn't matter. This is like beyond her to hook me up with stuff.
I remember saying that. Yeah.
So it's
what a way to play it off.
Okay. So that's a lot of iffy stuff. So before I heard all this Nike stuff, the big thing was spending $130,000. He spent $130,000 on Yeezy supply, which is obviously Adidas stuff. So I was kind of like, you know what? That's not. I see no collusion in that. But then all this other Nike stuff came out and the mags and stuff, and it's like, okay. There's
and then he even got some other exclusive shit too that you couldn't really get. And it wasn't just like 5 pairs; it was like 100 pairs.
Yeah, a lot more.
Yo, you think Mama Hebert's gonna be out here squealing, man? She looks like she is.
You think?
I don't mean to judge books by covers, but I see some fingers being pointed for sure.
Wait, she went from she was just she was in sales, like bottom, just started off at sales in 92 or some shit like that, 94.
Yeah, she made it.
Crumbs to bricks, right back to crumbs, just because of your son.
Just because of your shit.
That's the only thing I feel bad about is it's like not even her. Well, like I don't want to say it's not her
easy
fault.
Now, yeah.
Right?
Don't absolve her,
I don't want to say
man.
it's not her fault.
It's not completely her fault.
It's like I feel bad because it's like, man, you worked your way up.
She knew what she was doing was wrong.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too, right?
There's no way you can't convince me that she didn't, do some delving. There's no way he just blindly spent 130 large and she's just like, okay, that's fine. Okay, whatever. She 25 years in the biz, she knows what's going on. She knows this is wrong, and she knows that he fucked up. So eat that pie.
Where do you go from there, man? That's like that gets you blacklisted pretty much from all these companies.
It does. Don't want to touch that. We're gonna have to go to who else is out of Portland? Hurley or some shit, or is that Nike as well?
That's Nike.
Yeah, he's doing that too.
Yeah. So he did acknowledge that this was his mom, and here's the quote: she was so high up at Nike as to be removed from what he does, and he'd never received inside information such as discount codes from her.
He made sure to say that.
You've had 25 your entire life. You've had an employee store pass.
100%. Yep.
I mean, if that's not a discount code, I don't know what is a discount code.
Wow.
Man, you fucking walk in and you just show them your ID and they see the last name. They're like, oh, yeah, what's up, Joe? I remember you when you were like, bro, like this little.
Yeah.
Like this little, I was holding you as a baby.
Crazy.
What you doing these days?
Oh, scamming, doing the same old thing, living the life. Oh, yeah, just like mama. There you go.
Just like mom.
Living the life.
Sad, man. Cold game, but the reality is this is happening a lot.
Oh yes.
Yes, a lot of backdooring is going on, and we're just going to see more of it. We're just going to see more of these abuses of power and abuses of supply chain, I think.
For sure.
Like he's going to start falling apart. Everyone's going to be snitching each other.
Yeah. Not gonna so solid anymore.
Yes. Speaking of abusing and doing stupid things for clout chasing, that Dorenbecker Jordan 1 release that we talked about last week was a total shit show. They're claiming most of the bids were fraudulent. It was like people. There was no what do you call it? There was no checks and balances in place for any of the bidders. Anyone could just pop in there with a credit card. You had a credit card with a $500 limit. You could bid $1 million on these shoes. Everybody was up there bidding. People were up there putting their names up, like their Twitter accounts. They were putting Donald Trump, whether it was actually Marcus Jordan putting up there, but Marcus Jordan's name was up there. So all this garbage happened. They ended up taking it down. They investigated all the bids. Nothing came of it. It was all junk.
Man,
so
come on, eBay,
sad, bro.
So how am I supposed to trust your legit checking?
That wasn't eBay. That wasn't eBay. That was their own separate thing.
Oh, it was their own separate.
That was their own separate thing. But now, what's happened is eBay now has all the pairs up here, and the auction is live right now. So I'm going to share what we're at. There's 17 pairs, 16 regular pairs with the regular box. This is the 17th pair. It's sitting at just over 16K US. Nothing to sneeze at, but definitely shy of that 1.4 million or whatever it went for last time. We've seen the shoe. It's the same pictures we saw last week. But what this one comes with is it comes with a special edition box. So you got a wood box. The other ones just come with a Nike Air box.
Yeah,
like, you couldn't come up with anything. Like, this is insane.
Seriously.
Like a what the box would have been nice.
Or anything. But what this one also comes with is a hoodie, a one-of-a-kind hoodie. So this is the only. There are other hoodies you can buy, but they're totally different. This is the only. I would imagine.
What's the front look like?
This is the only. I think the only picture they have. Oh no, they got more pictures. So it's the Brave. Got. I don't see much more than the 7, the 8, 4s.
All right.
That's a trash hoodie. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah,
I would not buy that.
I'm trying to give
for
it
the kids in this whole thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, how do you break it to them on that day? Because you know they're excited as hell. It's like, oh man, we're almost at 1 million for these pairs of ones. It's like, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. And like, just to like have to go back to them and be like, hey, the thing about that is it was all BS. Ah man,
yeah,
it was all clout chasers. It was all idiots on the internet.
And 16K is huge for these shoes, but you know these kids will be like, oh man, 16,000 only.
Yeah, like that's going into the hospital. That's shit.
Yeah, when they know the other one. So let's see what else we got here.
Hopefully Nike throws in like a milli.
Yeah, so 16. So size 11 is going for more than the one with the special box. Size 10 going for 20.
Oh shit.
So size 8, 6.5. There you go. $9,000. Get in on that one while you can.
Yo, 23,000 for the 9.5.
Yeah, 23,000, and then a bunch of hoodies going for 600.
Wow.
So yeah, so we're looking at like 15, 16 right now. We still got 2.5 days left, so there's still time on these. So you got deep pockets. You want to support a dope cause. You want some really, really rare sneakers. Hop in. Verified bidders only. It says. So this time they're doing it the right way.
Man, the way that shit's happening with the way shit's happening with Nike right now is just looking so bad with like the trophy room stuff to the bidding to even just like the whole resell kit.
Yeah, the optics are looking pretty bad there, but it doesn't matter. People are still, everything sells out, everything goes crazy, their stock is still doing well, and people are going to be buying Nikes.
Yeah,
so
you can try to drag their name through them on all you like. These joints are going to sell out regardless.
Yes, sir.
It's probably helping, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's probably helping.
It's just keeping their name in the world, right?
The loop, yeah.
Keeping their name there. So before we jump into our main topic of the week, we're going to do the Air Jordan 3. We have a little correction to make, a few corrections to make. Last week we did the Jordan 2. We talked a little bit about the history. Famed sneaker historian, part of the OG support group on Instagram, Sean Collard. He goes by the Instagram handle scollard, COLLARD 23. He hit us up in our inbox, and he is probably the biggest I've seen, but the biggest Jordan 2 fan ever. He loves that Wings logo. He loves the Jordan 2. He's a little bit older than us, so he was around during those days, and none of us were. So we were kind of telling our side of the story from what we had heard going back. So he hit us up in our inbox, and I'm just going to go through a few things he kind of mentioned. So we mentioned that Jordan broke his foot in the second season wearing the 2s. This was incorrect. Sean is coming in telling us he was wearing the 1s. He broke his foot in 85, 86. He was out that whole season. And then he wore the 2s the entire next season, including the dunk competition, which he won in 1987. So he wore them a lot longer than we thought. And there were just not as many pictures out there from that season of him in the 2s. But he definitely wore them a lot more and had a great season in them. And he's saying that they actually sold pretty well. I was always under the impression they did not sell well.
Yeah,
I was too.
They sold well. They sold well in most markets. Wow. And then this one is a little bit. So we kind of had mentioned that he wasn't happy with the sneakers, and so he was thinking of leaving Nike. That was the whole story, and it's sort of that way, but it was less about him being happy with the sneakers. But it was like MJ wasn't involved in the process, the design process. So Bruce Kilgore and Peter Moore were the designers. They kind of just like went off, made the Jordan 2, came up to Michael and were like, here you go. And I think he was a little teed off that he wanted more input on his shoe, and which he didn't have. So that's the story that Sean is telling us, that he kind of fixed up our a few errors that we had. So this is our official correction. Sometimes you got to do that. Even people that have been in the game as long as we have definitely make mistakes, and we don't know everything about sneakers, and we're glad to learn, especially from some even more senior OG heads than us.
Yeah,
all the time, man.
That even rocked it during like their own school games and stuff.
yeah. Like that's a new level, man. We need to get him on the show one day, because we are coming from a perspective. Well, I shouldn't speak for all y'all, but me, I'm coming from a perspective of like, I only really got into basketball in like '98. Like Jordan's last Bulls year is like the earliest year of basketball I remember. So I'm part of that like first round of Jordan Brand and Nike storytelling for Michael Jordan. Like I'm that first generation of that. So that's the product of. So when you're coming to like actual live moments from the 80s and stuff, like
that's not us.
Didn't exist. Didn't happen. It didn't happen. So it's all storytelling based. So to have like somebody, a triple OG, like Mr. Collard himself, who lived that era, man, we need to somehow get him on this show, and like just so he can kind of spread light as to what the landscape was as far as Air Jordans were in its like earliest days.
Yeah, definitely. So we will get him on the show, I'm sure. He's been listening to our shows, so we'll get him on the show at some point. He can tell us some stories about the 2 if we even screwed up. Telling what we just told now. He can fix us there, and he can fix us on any of this OG stuff that we've been talking about recently. But this is going to be the account to follow this week, so make sure you follow SCollar23. Super dope account, super dope dude. If you want to learn, and you should want to learn more about your sneaker history and not just whatever the hype stuff that's coming out today, give him a follow, and his OG support group. There's a bunch of dudes in that group that are all dope and super knowledgeable sneakerheads. So
shout out to Spotlight, Adam. I know you know Spotlight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We was talking to get him on the show at some point too.
Would love to. From where's he from? Somewhere in Michigan.
Yeah, he's from the Mitten.
Lansing.
He's from the Mitten for sure.
Lansing, I want to say. A lot of dope dudes in that group. So that's our fix up for the week. Maybe we'll have to do that more often if we screw up.
Hey, maybe Sean could just be our fact checker, man. Like, keep us in line, Sean. Yeah.
Keep us in line. Listen, tell us what we get wrong. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, tell us sometimes we get some stuff right.
It's true. It's true though. We're only educating from like the standpoint of what we know, and for someone to actually rock a pair of OG, like to wear the 3s when they came out in '88, and all that stuff, we only know so much. So
I saw him. He posted just recently about the Carmines. He has an OG pair of Carmines, and he's like, these are true to form, almost identical, except they didn't get the insole color right. So the Carmines had a red insole, and they did a black insole in the new ones.
Oh.
And it's like, why? Why couldn't they just? Did they forget? Did they not know? Like what? I never understood that with Nike.
Someone forgot to look inside the shoe and be like, "Oh shit, like, it's red."
Who made that call?
I almost think they do it on purpose, honestly.
Just to have something different, something.
Yeah, always.
I thought that was true too. Like for the last decade of releases, or 2 decades of releases. But now we're at this point where they're like trying to go back and do the exact, like they're fixing the shape, they're fixing everything on the shoes. But they do something. They're
just fucking you up by that little thing.
If you always keep something off like that, you're always able to bring them out again and again and again and be like, it's perfect this time. It's perfect this time.
And that's probably
just a long game.
Why Nike do it.
Yeah, this is a long game they're playing right there, which makes sense.
It's true. So let's get into our story.
Switch it up.
We're gonna do Jordan 3.
Oh man!
So we've got all the colorways. I think I got all the colorways. Jermaine is gonna fact check me on this one, or you guys at home, or maybe he's just laughing at me thinking that I have all the colorways.
I was thinking there's no way you're gonna be able to get them all.
Yeah, so people listening at home, if I missed something, hit us up in the comments, hit us up on IG, hit us up on the Facebook group. Let us know which Jordan 3 we missed. If we missed something in this
He's going to miss them. He's going to miss them. You sitting at home who bought that pair for $140 in 2012, that crazy color, he's not going to get them. So keep them in hand and keep tabs.
We're not counting GS pairs. We're not counting women's pairs. We're not counting PEs and samples. We're talking just general release.
Yes, we are.
Stuff that went out to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start at the beginning. 1988, Michael Jordan is winning the dunk competition again for the 3rd. Did he win 3 in a row?
That's for Sean, man.
Did he lose one of them? Anyways, he won the dunk competition in these shoes. That's for sure. With the free throw line dunk, which we'll get to later. But here are the first 2 colorways of the Jordan 3 to come out: a white cement and a black cement. 2 classic sneakers.
Unmistakable shapes. Look at the height of the collar, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's height. Like that.
Jordan 3 highs right there, man.
Yeah, so different. And the fire red and the true blues. All the first original releases of Jordan 3. These are the 4 OG colors.
Gorgeous, man. It's funny. The earliest memories of the Air Jordan 3 for me, 2001. But I'll wait till we get there for me to expound.
We'll get up there. After that, sat on the shelf for a while. 1994 comes around and Nike starts doing retros for the first time. We talked about this with the 1s. We talked about this with the 2s. 94 was, I think they did all of them in 94, right? The 1s, the 2s, and the 3s.
Think so. Thinking he was about to retire.
Yeah, I don't think they did 4s.
No, not the 4s. The 4s didn't come until 99.
4s were after,
So you got the black and the white coming back in 94. That was it. Those 2. The reds are still sitting on the shelf. The true blues are sitting on the shelf. Then in 2001, we come back again, and this is what Jermaine was talking about, where we started getting into this game. I think Jermaine and I, maybe Albert. R was a little bit later.
Yep.
You can jump in when you get into the sneaker world.
Yeah.
But we've got the black.
A little while.
We got the black cement, and then we got the mochas, the first new colorway.
That was my first Jordan 3.
I remember this was when they had all that brown Jordan gear. Do you remember that, Jermaine?
Like the sweat,
I sure do. The velour suits. The do you know the ad you just brought up earlier with Spike Lee? Even that was in the shirt where the hinge was brown on it.
Yeah.
Do you know was back? It was back in full.
Also in 2001, coming back with the true blues for the first time. And then a little strange hiatus. And then 03 comes out with the white cements. And first time, no Nike Air on the back.
I remember
the elephant print is thicker on the 03 pair, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like
it looks quite different compared to
I remember circling my calendar in 2003 when I found out that these were coming out. And just to have them not show up anywhere here at all. Because I went to Chinook Center. I remember I took the bus there that day. This was before I could drive. Took the bus to Chinook Center Foot Locker specifically for these threes. Ask old man Mike Mazurkiewicz, all you Calgary Southwest heads. You all know Mike Mazurkiewicz. You remember him.
Classic.
Asked him about these threes. He had no idea what I was talking about. Gave up on him. He said, I don't know, check maybe Intersport or something. Call up Intersport. They knew nothing there. They knew nothing there as well.
Call up Intersport.
That was my first time like having my heart broken on a release day. Because it was like the first release I was actually after.
Yeah.
And like
doesn't it feel heavy when you get that news?
It does, man. It does. It weighs on you because you're looking forward to it. You're thinking you're about to walk into the store and walk out with these shoes you've been looking forward to for months on the Circle calendar, and just to walk out and be like, the dudes didn't even know what I was talking about when I went in there. I probably look like some idiot to them. They have no idea what I'm talking about. So that from that point on, man, I learned to deal with Air Jordan rejection very well. That's all my lessons.
I've had a couple pairs of these over the years. Like I'm able to find a few on eBay for pretty cheap, and I wore them all into the ground, every single one, and then threw them back. I don't know where they are now. Somebody's got them somewhere.
Man, threes also look good when they're kind of beat up.
Yes, they do, man.
I feel like those Jordans look good when they're beat up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jordan ones look amazing when they're beat up.
Yeah,
they do. They all do, really. But definitely the ones, threes, fours. Come on now.
So we get another little break, 4-year hiatus, and we come back in the LS, the lifestyle series. We've got the cool gray joints,
which just came out, right? Yeah.
Then you got the flips coming out. So the white flips first, where they flipped the leather and the cement.
Man, I love this series.
It was a dope series. It was, but this was the first pair of Air Jordan 3s that started to crumble on me right out of the box. The midsole.
Man, but this was like ahead of its time, because remember how we talked about the 3 lab or 5 labs or whatever?
That
was like ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Not in construction.
And in 2007 we get Fire Reds coming out.
This was my first pair. This was my first pair of threes.
Yeah, I think this is where I got into.
Yeah, this was my first pair of threes I got from a store, like brand new from the store. I bought these off of Homie. The other ones, but these are the first ones I got from when I was working at Foot Locker.
I got these from LA when I was out there on vacation. Random store had them just sitting.
Brother, it seemed like everybody had these. I remember because it came in the full family size run. So I remember I was working at Foot Locker at this time, and everyone had the Fire Reds, man. Babies, moms, dads, dogs.
That's a lie. That wasn't my first pair. The pair that's coming up is my first pair.
So we do have some women ones on this list. The women's. This is one of the first women's Jordans to come out in this era. There were like some 5s, 5 lows and stuff. We got the Harbor Blue.
I worked at Army and Navy. My first ever paycheck, I made about $237. I went to Goodfoot and spent my whole paycheck on this pair because I was going to use it for grad. I spent my whole paycheck, and then I never wore them for grad. I've never actually worn them. That's the crazy part. I still have them. Haven't crumbled, nothing.
You still have them? Why haven't you worn them? 14
never
years.
Worn them. It was just like one of those pairs that I worked so hard. This is my first ever Jordan out of the store. Like,
right.
But you worked hard to buy the shoes.
I did. But then it was just one of those things where I bought it and like, I just didn't want to do anything with it anymore.
I can't relate, bro. I can't relate.
Bro,
I can't relate.
I even like I brought my suit in to go get tailored or like my pants, and I wore the shoes with them. Like I put them on my feet.
Yeah.
To like get the measurements for it and shit, and I never wore them to grad. Because I was just like, fuck, I spent all this money on these shoes.
They're gonna get destroyed.
But like every other Jordan that I bought, I've worn. But it was this one pair that's just like on ice.
14 years, you might be toast. They might be done.
No, man, you want me to pull them out?
They might be. Well, once you wear them, I'm saying they might be done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's from 2007 too, man. That paint is
the whole paint. Watch the whole paint just pop off.
I have like worn them like in the house, but it wasn't. I've never taken them outside.
Okay.
So they've been like, they've had my pressure of my foot in it, but
not long enough though.
Babying them.
Babying them to the grave.
I also bought these ones. Not for me, but these were one of the first pairs I bought for my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife.
Hey,
And she did not really care for them. She was like,
she wore them.
she wore them like twice and was like, thanks. And then was like, they're not comfortable. And they just sat in our house for like 4 years. And then it was like, these just have to go. So I ended up selling them. I can't remember who I sold them to. Somebody locally in the group. So somebody's out there with size 10 women's border blue, harbor blue, that they got for a steal.
Size 8,
you know what?
Steal, yeah.
What's crazy? I actually pulled these out a couple weeks ago, but my back tab is still white.
Dope. Holding up.
Like,
Holding up.
Maybe I'll wear them to the next sneaker show. Who knows?
Do it.
Maybe.
Do it.
Oh man, speaking of cracks.
Yeah, we got another LS pair. I know Jermaine's got a pair of these.
Woo.
Around the Do the Right Thing. The first time they did a Do the Right Thing
Love these
kind of collab.
Man, the pairs that I restored for other people on these for this
they all
one
cracked,
color.
they all
Yeah. This was a shoe that I got repeatedly.
On a 2011
crap ton, huh?
Oh, right away, man. Right away. I wore this shoe like about a year after it came out on a Miami trip. And all you had to do to find me was follow the golden chips that were left. This shoe was like a year old at this point, and this thing was just disintegrating. I'm like, what is going on?
They're bad.
And then sure enough, I'm checking all my threes from 07, man, and that paint was out of there on all of them.
It's tough.
Yeah,
crazy.
I used to just pick it with my nail.
Yeah.
I did the restoration.
Jeez.
Then we got two back-to-back. We got the Pure Money and the Black Cats. These came out, I was going to say they came out on the same day, but they did very close to one another. The all white and the all black pair. I have a story about this all white pair. I remember working at Foot Locker back in the days when people would return shoes that something went wrong with them, and they would always take them back. And nowadays, when that happens, they take them back and they just ship them back to Nike. They get money. But back in those days, they would sell them. You could buy them as an employee for like, I think there was like 75% off. And this guy brought a pair back in my size with the box that he had worn twice, and the toe had a slight separation. Like it had this tiny little separation on it. And we returned them. So I picked them up like a month after they came out for like $50 or like $40 or something.
Wow.
The white pair?
The white pair. And I just crushed them. I just like, when you're getting shoes for that cheap and they're like,
yeah,
Jordans,
man.
you just wear them.
Yeah, seriously.
Albert can't relate, but you just wear them, man.
Well, he didn't get them for cheap, though.
That's the only thing. Like, I just spent all my money on that pair, and I just couldn't do it after.
Yeah.
Couldn't pull the trigger.
Woo, no comment, bro. Let me tell you something. Wearing, like spending money and then wearing the shoes. Oh, fuck, man.
That was like the first pair I ever spent that much money, and I was just like, I'm never doing this again until I get a career.
And now that's like 30% off price of a regular price Air Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy. Next up, we got Countdown Pack era. So 2008, we talked about this last week. Countdown Packs happened. These came out with the 20s, the Black Cat 20s. This pack sat hard because nobody was feeling the 20s. And they just sat on shelves. I was able, did anybody else get these?
I
got them when
I don't think so.
So I got these threes, but not the 20s.
I got them on retail when I worked at a consignment store.
Oh, so you got them later.
Yeah, I got them like, like almost, what is that, 7 years later?
Mm-hmm.
9 years later?
I didn't buy these, and they sat on shelves, and whenever someone would come into the store and pick up the Black Cat 20s, I'd be like, hey, what size are you? You want 30% off of those? And we'll like split this pack. And this guy came in and he was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like he wanted a 10.5 in the Black Cat 20s. I was like, cool. Went to the back. We didn't have it. I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
You want to wait here for a second? This is when I worked at Champs. You want to wait here for a second? And he's like, yeah. So I walked down the mall to Foot Locker and they had it. And I was like, yo, just give me cash and I'm just going to go buy these. So I went and bought it and split it. Had no idea who this guy was. Random dude. Then I got a job years later working at this office, and this dude was there, and we started chatting, and he had some sneakers, so we were like the only two dudes in the office talking about sneakers. He's like, yeah, I have these 20s that I wear. these Black Cat 20s. I was like, what size are you? He's like, size 10.5. I was like, were you the guy? Did you buy these off a dude? Like, you split this pack with this guy? And he was like, yeah. So
Wow.
I met this
Crazy.
guy like years later.
Holy shit.
Crazy. Shout out to Ricky Duncan. Yeah. Ricardo Duncan.
Isn't it cool how sneakers can
so
bring you or connect you with other people?
Yeah. So
Wow.
those are like the cool sneaker connections that you don't have buying sneakers online. Buying sneakers off
Store doesn't exist
sneakers
right
app,
now.
right? Yeah.
Man,
Those are my stories.
good memories.
Those are my stories. Those are my memories.
The 2009, wasn't that the
2009
European
True
release?
Blue.
That was our release, international, wasn't it?
Was it international?
Yeah,
I
no, I
got
think
it was.
confused.
This was.
Yep, because we got those.
Yeah,
This
we
was
got a bunch of those.
This was a no US release.
Oh, this
Mhm.
was okay, never mind. Not
This
European.
did not come out in
US.
the US, came out everywhere internationally. Canada was international. So we were the
Mhm.
only ones getting a True Blue 3 since 2001, the only True Blue release that had come out.
Yeah, 'cause that
we were the
was,
ones that had it. So
My homie was asking me to get it for him at Livestock because Livestock got him that year.
yeah, and they were easy to get, and
Yeah, they were
everybody,
easy to
everybody
get.
got them.
Oh,
Yeah, we all
Everybody
got them. Yep.
Yeah.
But little did we know, we just had to wait 1 year. What was it, 1 year or 2 years?
Yeah, it was pretty
Two
soon.
2 years.
Then we have in 2010, basically the Pure Monies again. They even had, I think they even sent
Literally,
Pure Money.
they did. Yeah,
on the
literally.
back.
I was like, well, time out,
but
man.
they
They just
were-
repurposed these.
Yeah, they were part of that silver anniversary pack, but they were the same.
Yeah.
They were just leftovers from the vault.
Probably because those Pure Monies did not sell. Those
Nope.
Black
No,
Cat
no, they were everywhere.
So, yeah,
Man, I see them go as low as what, $39.99 on clearance, I think.
yeah, they were cheap.
Yeah,
I
they were
believe
good.
it.
Then we hit the Dorenbecker era, 2010. The first release of this shoe. We'll get to the other one later. I have a pair of these ones that I love to death. I wear them everywhere. It's definitely my most worn Dorenbecker that I have. Then 2011, back to cement, white cement.
Pick these joints up.
Yeah, this was my second pair that I picked up from the store. And that was the first time I met Lindsay at Sunridge.
Hey,
Was picking up
shout out.
this 2011 pair at 7 a.m.
I was going to say, if memory serves correct, this is the first one in the 3-box.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Detachable lid.
And it
lid.
came with the hang tag and the little pamphlet.
And the banana toes and the wild big cement prints. Bad
Yeah.
build right here.
Yeah, not
Bad
good
build
but
alert.
I like
But
that
like we
tongue
said
though on this
before,
pair.
it had been, at this
Poof.
point, it had been 8 years since the release of this shoe.
Yeah.
So
So I can't pretend like I wasn't excited. I got
you were
him
gonna grab
too.
it. You were gonna
Yeah,
grab it.
regardless of the build, I definitely got him.
Then we got, I think this was the first, is this the first Jordan Black History Month?
It
They
is.
did. So they did
There's
the black
Jordan 3.
and gold 3s.
That
Dope
midsole
pair.
was shit.
Dope pair. Yeah.
Yeah, these
No.
ones always look weird to me for
They
some
always-
reason.
Midsole's always bad. Here we are 2 years later, as Jermaine had mentioned, everybody got True Blue 3s.
And shouts to Canada getting these too. So we got the international release and we got the stateside release, man. That was
we got
funny.
both, yeah.
That was
Yo,
funny.
with the
And everybody
with this
had them,
pair,
so it was like, you don't need this new one.
the 2011 pair was it the 2001 pair that had copper on it? It was a copper red, wasn't it?
Copper was MJ's PEs.
Yeah.
From
Oh, it
the
was a
Wizards.
PE.
Yeah,
okay.
those are MJ's PEs, the copper joints, which they need to release, by the way. I need those. I need
Yeah.
this. So MJ's the True Blues that MJ wore didn't have the red. They had the copper
They had
to go
the
with
copper,
the to
okay.
go with the Wizards jerseys. Yeah. Those were bangers. But one thing they did with the 09s as well and with these 2011s is they brought back the full blue midsole, whereas the 2001s on the inside, they had like, it was only half of that
Yeah.
inside
Yeah, it was like
blue
white,
and
white.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So they brought that back for the first time in 09, which is kind of cool to see. But
Yeah.
other than that, nah. Tough
Yeah.
leather,
Then
banana
we're
build.
on to stealths.
I hated this pair.
Yeah.
These
This pair
Casino.
sat when I was
Casino.
working at Champs.
I picked these up on release day because I was on vacation driving to Seattle and I was in Spokane, and you go into a mall and it's release day and a shoe is sitting on the shelf and the guy is willing to try to run your Foot Locker number through his counter to give you a discount and the dollar is even, you're going to buy the stealths. You're gonna buy. I do.
Your employee number still work back then?
My employee number worked. He put it through. It worked. He didn't think it would, and it did. And they were like 160. No, they would have been less US, like 140 or something. They were like 190 Canadian.
Yo.
The dollar is even. They give me them for 140 plus 30% off, like $100. You're buying the shoe.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Price.
Yeah. I guess
You're buying the shoe for half price on release day.
Yeah, fair enough.
When you're
Yeah,
in vacation mindset. Come on, Jermaine. You've been there.
Okay, vacation mindset. I hear you. I've made some vacation mindset purchases.
Yeah,
I feel you
I've
on
done that too.
We talked about that last week. Vacation mindset.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Then we got the black cement coming back. 2011 in that new box, in that new shape.
The more and more I look at it, the tongue just gets higher and higher, and then the cut kind of gets lower and lower.
Yeah.
It does, man. Yeah, it's just not right yet.
Then, what is this? 4 years later, we got a black flip.
Yeah.
Comes out after the white one.
Remember everyone customizing that pair, doing like a Darth Maul colorway and turning it red.
That.
Man,
Yeah.
Nike sat so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed a pair cheap of these black flips.
Then in 2013, we come back with the
Oh boy,
Yeah.
Nike
here
Air.
we go.
This was one of the first like big hype quick strike releases of this era. I think kind of got people back into it.
100%.
And then
Shouts to
they kind of
Lindsay
got the cut
this
on that
pair.
one?
No, it's horrible too. Like, look how big that cement is.
Yeah,
It was bad too. But that Nike Air heel tab, man, it overrided everything.
yeah. Nike
I'm just
Air,
looking at the
like that.
tongue. The tongue is not. It doesn't seem as high compared to the black cement 3 that were
It was so
2
thick.
years
Yeah.
It
before.
was so puffy.
We're now 12
Puffy
years.
ass tongue.
12 years out since seeing a Nike Air on the heel. So
Oh, I was excited, man.
it's back.
Did not
Still
pick
am.
up
And
any
then
of
what do
these.
we get next?
Oh,
I have 0 threes in the collection.
You guys,
I'm sorry.
you guys didn't like these ones?
really?
0
I
threes.
No threes? You never had one?
I had a pair of fire red threes, and I had a pair of I think white cement threes at one point, and that was it. Yep. Unicorn.
Crazy.
Mm.
I only have one anymore. I only have my dorm breakers. I
Yeah.
used to have a lot.
I've got
Got a
a.
bunch.
Wait, no, I lied. I have one of those Unite Chicago fire red ones.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the orange pair.
Yeah.
Those are dope. Get those for a good
Got
price.
one of those.
Yeah. So after that awesome comeback of the Nike Air on the Jordan 3, we get the Joker.
Oh,
How do they always mess up a Joker pair? Like,
It's
without
terrible.
a doubt, they always
It's-
mess
And
up.
that's the one that came with the mid ones. I got the mid ones.
Yeah.
My dad got the 3.
Oh, the mid ones. I forgot about those, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Didn't get it. That was all based on the All-Star game in Houston that year.
Yeah.
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 Some-
This was
Terrible.
supposed to be the All-Star.
These
I
criminals were
wear this
idiots.
On the similar
Still to this
lines, the
day.
bright crimson. Terrible.
Terrible.
Y'all
Terrible.
killing me, man.
Let's just
Really?
skip this one.
You like these? You like this?
Bro,
This one.
I still rock these heavy.
Oof.
You might be the only
That's a
one.
pass. Yeah.
How are you rocking these, but you're not rocking those white
Yeah,
pants?
what are you doing? Come on, man. Then we
Got
got
them on discount.
the first Dorenbecker retro. So
Yeah.
they retroed this 3 years later. I don't know why. Slightly different.
Wasn't it
What's
the
the difference?
heel
with
tab thing? Didn't those heel tabs on the 2010s wash out when you like put your finger over them?
Maybe. Mine doesn't.
I have neither pair. I have neither pairs, but like I had
No.
seen that all on
Maybe-
Instagram. I
maybe
remember when
that's
those came
why.
out. It's like, hey, I can finally get a pair that like the heel tab isn't gone when I
Yeah.
took it out the box already.
But essentially same pair. Dope pair. Then we got Fire Reds back again, 2013. Not much more to say about that. Fear
Oh, I picked these up.
back.
These fears.
I regret selling my
These
whole
nice.
fear pack.
I traded my joints, yeah, and I kind of regret
Yeah.
them too because those are
I
fire,
sold
man.
my pair.
Mhm.
Oops.
No, I got the fours. I like the fours
Got the
better.
fours. Then we got Powder Blue.
These were everywhere too.
These were everywhere, and they were
Everywhere.
not moving.
Wasn't this the first pair that came out post vault? I'm putting
no.
that. No.
No, it was
No.
after the sport blue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get
that's
to
the
the
sport
vault.
blue.
We'll
Yeah,
get to
it was
the
the sport
vault.
blue. Yeah.
It was later than
Vault.
this.
Vault was 2016.
I'm
I think.
tripping.
You'll see. Then we got Infrared 23s.
Another crap pair.
Another thing, just a Jordan. Just another Jordan. No picture on this one. I don't know why, but the 2 5 Lab 3s. So this one is supposed to be that silver reflective. This is a better pair.
Got that pair. I like that pair.
Silver, super flaky though. You're chipping away.
Nope.
The 3M,
good.
no?
No, you talking about the 3M or like
3M, the 3M. Upper.
No.
Okay. I've seen
Maybe I
a
haven't
lot of
owned
them
enough to
chip away.
No, I even took those on a trip. Like those got like beach from South Beach or sand from South Beach still in them.
Okay.
And yeah, still good.
So yeah, the 5 Lab 3 is like taking something from the Jordan 5, putting it on the Jordan 3. The something was the 3M on the tongue of the Jordan 5.
Yeah.
So you got a black one and a silver one. We got some more random colorways. The Wolf Gray coming out.
Boo.
Trash.
And
Sport blue. Trash.
Yo, I bought 3 pairs of sport blue.
Okay. Tell us why.
But you know what? Okay, so I bought the sport blue 3 because my theory back then was this is gonna be kind of like the next Black Cement 3, but in blue. So I bought 2 on release day, but I got discounts at Foot Locker and Champs. And then 3 months later, there was a pair in Sport Check, and my buddy gave me 50%. So I got them for $100 and like 130 for the other 2 pairs. And just last year, I sold my 1 dead stock pair for like $5.
What?
These go for $5?
That's crazy.
Oh,
yeah, man.
That poor soul, man. How you gonna do that to somebody else?
They're just garbage.
These are selling for $5.
Yo,
such bad quality.
I looked at StockX, and I think they were going for like 5 and up for a size 10.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Maybe I did it. Maybe I did $450 for it, but it was like, yeah, it paid off my 3 pairs.
Nice.
Crazy.
I was just not checking for 3s at this point, man. I didn't want to see all these new colorways every couple of months.
Yeah.
I was done.
But I think this was the time. This was the time that they started mentioning this would be the end.
And this was it. Yeah. So this is Nike being like, hey, we threw out these jokers. We threw out these powder blues, infrared 23s, wolf gray, sport blue. Nobody's buying this trash. So like they're not selling out. They're sitting on shelves. They're going clearance. They say the only shoe they've ever done this with, we're putting it in the vault. They come out with this statement. We're putting the Jordan 3 in the vault. Maybe to try to get people to buy the clearance pairs or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
probably
less than 2 years later, we come out with
a
true blue Jordan 3. This time with the Nike Air on the back, though. So this came out, just over 2 years later.
And it has a red lining on the tongue.
So that's not much of a vault. In my opinion, but
not at all.
Not
at all.
It's a vault if you put Nike Air on it.
We called their bluff. That's what happened.
Yeah, this is a different shoe because it's got Nike Air. We put the Jumpman Air in the vault.
Yeah.
Now I put this in.
At least they tried to come out strong. They tried to, man. I didn't get a pair of these. They're kind of everywhere. I kind of wanted one, but like this is another one of the ones where I saw the build and was like, yo, this is not an Air Jordan 3, man. The size of this cement print on the toe was like 2 fingers thick. Like, what is this shoe? Because I tell you what, it's not, and that's a Jordan 3, man.
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
Yeah,
couldn't do it, unfortunately.
Anybody else buy these ones?
Hell no.
I think I got them from my dad.
I had these because my 2009 international ones had been crushed at this point, so I sold them probably for like $100. Threw that money into these. I rocked these for a while. Up next, then we had, I know Albert's favorite shoe. Albert loves this one. I know you rock this one a lot. The Cyber Mondays.
No, for me, dog.
I like the leather on these ones compared to some of the ones that came out.
Mm-hmm.
This is like my winter shoe, summer shoe. This is like the everyday shoe.
Albert, man, you're the king of the 3s. I didn't even like a whole bunch of remixed color 3s. I didn't even realize this.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that either until we're going through.
That's why we do this. That's why we go.
But that was also the era when I was working at Champs, right? And it was like 50-day, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
some of it was like
and they're sitting, so you can scrap them.
Yeah, so it's not like I paid full retail, but these ones, I like these ones a lot. These ones, besides the OG colorway, this is probably my favorite colorway besides the sport blue.
Right.
Wow.
Next. What's next?
All right.
Then we got the wool.
I almost got these. Almost. I like that off-white midsole that really hit in person.
Green.
I'm like, oh.
Green.
You know, I tried them on and my foot started sweating. So I was like, nah.
Yeah, they're nice. They're
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, this is a clean pair.
Almost.
This is a pair that you could wear to like a Christmas party. It's just a clean pair in
It's a clean
winter.
pair, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind these ones.
And they got cheap too.
I think Jermaine, this is for us. This is like the era where we just stopped working. A little bit after we stopped working at Foot Locker, so now we're back to paying regular price for stuff, and it was like, can't be paying regular price for.
These came out. No, this is way after I was done.
It's a way out.
This is when I
used
These like 5 years later.
This is when I used the backdoor pairs to you guys. Out there. I'm not gonna say who did it with me, but that's when we used to backdoor pairs.
When backdoor meant something.
When backdoor really meant you just come to the front and
I'll buy the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving along. The next one coming out, the Atmos 3.
Oh shit! I actually did have a pair of these.
I was gonna say, Har, you don't have
there
this
you
pair.
go. There you go.
I had a pair. I sold them.
Yo, those are fire.
These are nice.
Yeah, those are.
I forgot about those.
Those go.
They came out.
And it's cool to see a different pattern on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, these go.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
even the Air Max ones with the Jordan underneath. Something you'll never see again.
No. You know the rule. You know now that you said it. Now that you said it.
Give it 5.
Be like next month.
5 more years.
Right.
It'd be for Air Max month. What are you talking about?
I definitely should have kept
End of this month. Then the Jordan 3 comes out again, 2018, with the Nike Air. First time with the Nike Air since 2001. So we're back on this. This is everybody was trying to get these, but everybody pretty much got them. I think these were pretty.
Yo,
easy.
I sold my countdown pack dead stock 3 days before these came out because the guy was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get these. I don't know if they'll be available.
Just roll that money into this. Then we got the Katrina. They were calling the Hall of Fame. I don't remember calling them the Hall of Fame, but some people call it.
I don't either.
This should have came with a new name because I don't know if y'all remember, but way back, Adam, you'll remember. Do you remember the retro cards from the early 2000s?
Yes.
And the Jordan 3 that was on there was this, and we're always like, what in the hell is this? What Jordan 3 is this?
Everyone was waiting for that pair to come out.
Yeah, like I was the point where I thought it did already because it was on the retro card. I'm like,
man, I saw fake pairs of these in the Philippines. Like, because they made them
too, didn't they?
Yeah,
sad a bit. Yeah,
I think they did because like early on, I wanted these bad. By the time they came out, I was already done with them with the new threes.
Is it Social Status? Is that the New Orleans shop?
Politics,
and they did the X on the back.
Yeah.
Buy a pair, they would spray paint an X like they would on the houses
on the boards.
On the boards.
Shit, that's what they did on them.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy. There's a guy I follow on Instagram who has a pair that he rocks, and he always takes a picture of the back with the neon green X.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Dope story with those too, man. Like these go way back. This colorway.
Yes.
Post Katrina, even pre-Katrina. Excuse me.
Then we got Mocha's back.
Yeah, I wish I didn't sleep on this pair.
I do too. I kind of wish I grabbed them. They sat around. They didn't sell out.
Yeah. Keep going for a while.
Man, I wanted them so bad. I wanted them so bad when I was 13, and then when they came out as an adult, I was like, I can wait.
Too many threes. Too many threes.
Too many. Then we got more kind of junky colorways. This is like the Tinker.
What is
chlorophyll?
Chlorophyll inspired by the Trainer 1.
I swear, this was the first retro I saw at the outlet here in Cross Iron.
Next.
Just seeing it with that tongue just laying flat in the shoe just makes it even better. Somehow, like it's terrible.
Such a dead shoe.
Just like,
they couldn't throw like in like a foam.
Yeah, they can like fluff it up, just
different material or something.
Just junk.
It washes itself out.
I don't know who was thinking about this one.
Then we come.
Man, you know what though? That green was a cool color, but they just didn't execute it they execute it well.
Yeah, the colorway is dope. The colorway is classic as hell on the Air Trainer 1s, but like leave it off the 3.
Mm-hmm. So we come with the free throw line, super limited pair. This one was pretty tough to get. Essentially, the same as the 88s that had come out a few years prior, but with a clear sole. Second time there was a clear sole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We didn't go through the samples. We should have, but the legendary sample.
Oh, the legendary. No, I was talking about the Dornbeckers. Dornbecker's clear sole.
Okay.
Dornbecker was clear sole. Were the labs clear sole?
Labs is what I was thinking.
Labs are clear.
So a few clear soles, but yeah, there is a legendary
The clear
sample
sole before them all.
essentially this shoe with a clear
Yep.
sole.
Yep.
Just a
deserved to be
sample
on
that had
here.
been floating around, waiting for it to come out. You see pictures of this, you're like, they finally did it, but it's slightly different. They got this free throw line addition to it. Again, what we talked about, winning the dunk competition with these shoes from the free throw line dunk. That's what it's supposed to be.
Sir.
What
Cool
is
touch.
next? Then we got the Korea.
That's a
Soul
dope
Korea.
Oh, so fire.
This is. I'm still including this. This was a released shoe,
Yeah.
even though it's only came out in Korea. Super hard to get.
Gorgeous, man.
Dope release.
Yeah.
I'm
We need
still
to
waiting.
we need to see Kimchi in a pair of these.
Yeah, we need Andrew Fong to get a pair of these. We need to see Kimchi
These are
rocking them on Kim's Convenience for sure. Dope
Fire
pair.
pair.
Yeah.
And then right after we got the international flight. When pictures
I
came
picked
out
these
of
up.
this, they were like, I thought they were similar to the Koreas, but they're way different shoes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with these. I'll let these
I
go.
like
Not
these
bad.
a lot.
I'll let these
Yeah.
go.
That
These are
signature
okay.
on it is cool.
The signature's
that was
cool.
The thing that got me hooked
The
on
off-
them was the signature.
Yeah.
It's not as
off-white.
super white. Yeah. The pictures look really
Yeah.
white, but in person, it's got more of the off-white look, which is also kind of
Mhm.
dope.
Mhm.
These,
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
And the signature on them, and a little
Yeah.
liner pattern.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
and the box was cool. I like it was an international box on there.
Yeah.
I'll allow them.
All right. Up next, Pure White. Pure Whites came out again.
Wow.
Next.
Third time we talked about this. They didn't say Pure White. They didn't say Pure Money.
I was about to ask if anyone got those to say pure money. I'm like, did they do them again?
No, they couldn't. They couldn't do it again. Then we got a fly knit.
Oh, this is Albert's bag right here.
Yeah, this is now.
No, this
This is
is
Albert's
I
bag right here.
No,
fly knit.
I saw these in person and I was like, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah. That's a no. That's a lot of no.
I mean, maybe if they did it in like a black cement, maybe I would have thought about it, but I didn't like
That's
the
a
colors
no.
that came out.
That's a no. Then in 2018, for the Kwai tournament, the Jordan 3 hits.
Oh man, I had a pair of these too. Damn.
Yo, you had all the threes,
Yo,
man.
what the-
You had all the threes.
I forgot about this one. I remember you were at the tournament, I think.
Well, I
Yeah.
got these the year before the year I went to the tournament.
But I remember you were out and you were like, I think you said that you could have picked these up for us. You were like,
Yeah. There was pairs sitting in I don't know if they were sitting, but you could get a pair from London pretty easily.
I regret not getting you to pick these up because
They were attainable too.
They
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Like they weren't super expensive or anything like that.
No,
I dig them.
not at all.
I dig them. I regret not picking this one up.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're kind of cool. I
like
sold
those
them
ones.
later on. The white pair is
Are they-
fire too. The French
Oh,
pair.
Are they
okay.
gold and
Okay.
dark?
I don't
they
know.
No, they're like 3M.
Oh, okay.
They're just showing off the
Yeah.
color palette.
Yeah, it's a good looking pair.
There was
Yeah,
exact same pair
that the way that 3M looks on that top picture, that is how it actually looks.
on the
And
heel
you see-
tab.
Yeah,
They're
when you
starting
flash
to get
it.
better too. The toe slant is starting to get good now. We're starting to get to that era almost where the toes are getting good. Almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Almost there. Give it 2 more years.
And
Yeah.
the friends and family one was the white pair, so all white
Yeah.
instead of all black, same rainbow colors.
Mm-hmm.
Those are dope too, but yeah, friends and family, they don't count. Friends and family stuff doesn't count here.
Tough.
Yep.
Then we got the Knicks colorway that came out. Orange. Back to the Jumpman Air.
I mean, they could have just done copper instead of doing the color.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
those.
yeah.
So
I'm not wearing anything Knicks, so
that's a pass.
that's an auto L.
Then we get the first Animal Instinct.
This is
Cheetah
cool,
print,
man.
Some zebras.
I like the
some
idea,
hair.
but I didn't like the shoe.
I liked
Yeah.
it, and I didn't like the price though.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
like
they were
the,
they were premium price.
This is also me not working at Champs anymore.
When you ain't got the discount anymore, shoes don't look as good. I've been there. I've been never.
The first couple of years out.
Yeah, first couple of years out, you're like, not so much.
Then the fragments came out just last year, so we're starting to get into current era of Jordans. Yeah.
The back tab was cool
clean.
on them.
Yeah, the clear
Back tab, but it was alright.
It's pretty plain.
Yeah.
Then we got our
These I love.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
the
these.
shape is back for real now.
Yo, Harry, you
There
still
it
have
is.
these?
I do.
What
There it
size?
is. Clean shape, Nike Air on the back.
10, maybe 10 or 10 and a half is one of them. It's not 11.
These pictures are the Nike Air peeling off from the insole.
Someone tried them on and forgot to
So there,
choose the insoles.
there were two kinds, right? There were two. One of them came with the Chi-Town on the heel.
Yeah, I think that was Chicago only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get those pretty good though.
Yeah.
Not much different. Yeah, like if you're looking GOAT, StockX, you can get the Chicago pair pretty cheap.
When did this come out? These were just in the outlet like 2 weeks ago.
I think it was All Star.
Yeah, 2020. 2020
All Star 2020 when it was in
shit.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just last year. Next one coming up, denim. We had the denim fire reds, they call them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the clear. I like the clear.
I like the back tab on
It's
that.
got a Jumpman and then Nike Air underneath.
Oh man,
Oh, so they brought the
Yeah.
Jumpman back.
the shape is the best part though, boy. Every time I see that toe on these new ones, I love it. Look how thin that cement print is, man. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
super low.
Just need to bring up that ankle a little bit, and they'll be there.
They almost got it.
Oh man,
Almost got it.
Mm.
Then we got the court purples. This was starting to get to the height of hype, and these were selling out in droves.
This is a men's pair?
Yeah, I think this one was the orange ones weren't.
But-
The
Yeah,
white
I didn't even know
ones.
these came out. These are nice. I like these.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
kind
look
of
at
a
nice
weird
stitch tone.
drop.
Yeah, this
I
was
think-
like the
was it
Raptors
a-
colorway, wasn't
It
it?
was like an EU drop or something. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
There was some weirdness about it. But
It
this one
looks
came
like it
out.
could be a Phoenix Suns colorway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Phoenix
mhm.
Raptors.
Then we got blue cement, these varsity royals.
Isn't this the We the Best?
Yeah.
They got the red pair.
Basically the We the
Mhm.
Best.
Basically.
These came in a box that had like a blue, it was like a blue 3 box, I think. If I remember correctly. Then we got the Animal Instinct 2.0. The
I like these ones
Python.
too.
These are the snake. So we got some boa, some python.
That ostrich mud guard looks good.
Yeah. So
Okay, all right.
it's pretty
I'll let
nice.
him go.
Some cool colors.
Not bad.
Cool colors.
Less padding in the ankle is good to see, and in the tongue as well.
Yeah.
Then we got these. These were a big hit. They were
Yeah.
easy to get, but they were really popular. These
Yeah,
UNC
nice clean pair.
Mhm.
I think the price of these are still going up.
Yeah.
I tried looking for a pair.
It's
and
that
they're-
blue, man. It's
Yeah.
that blue.
It is that blue.
Yeah, you say university, right?
Yeah, yeah, the university.
And this
UNC, university.
And this was, I think, just a year after the PEs came out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The UNC
Yeah.
PEs that basically identical to this, just had a UNC logo.
UNC at the
on
top, yeah.
So we got that, and we got one more to talk about. Just came out, the Cool Grays. It just came out last month, so
Yeah.
just a few weeks ago. That is it. That's the Jordan 3. There's a Midnight Navy coming out in a few weeks, right?
I think so.
Georgetown
Number-
joints.
Yeah, Georgetown.
Yeah.
So those are coming out. One thing we didn't talk about throughout this, and people are going to say, oh, you missed all these different colorways. You missed the Justin Timberlake ones. You missed the Oregon Duck ones. You missed the Tinkers. Because we're counting the Tinker as a totally different shoe here. This is not just a Jordan 3. This is a different shoe. So we'll bring it up at the end. There's so many colorways of the shoe.
There is, and it's a good looking shoe.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad.
I like the white and red ones.
It's a good looking shoe, but it's not a Jordan 3.
Yeah. I picked up the that white with the white red. I guess the first colorway that came out.
This one?
Yeah, that was the first one.
No, the other one, the one bought at the bottom
This one?
to the left. Those
This
ones. Yeah.
Oh, that one. This one was like
Air
can
Max.
remove the
Air Max
swoosh.
1, yeah.
Is this the one you can
Yeah.
remove the swoosh on?
Yeah.
You can
Air Max
replace it?
1, Tinker, Hatfield 3.
I passed on a cheap pair of those.
There
Cheap,
you
cheap,
go.
cheap. Kind of regret it now because they got low.
Yeah, they went pretty low.
Yeah, they were expensive when they retailed.
Yeah, then there was this. This is a nice colorway.
Oh yeah, the Oregon.
Classic Oregon one. But yeah, it's not a Jordan 3. It's in the ballpark, but it's not a Jordan 3. Even those Justin Timberlake ones that were like basically a fire red or a cement, but they had that like hidden swoosh on it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a different shoe.
yeah.
That's a different shoe.
Didn't that come out the same time the free throw ones came out?
Right, yeah, it was right around that time. Very similar. And these, especially, these are Spike Lee's official PEs that he wore to the Oscars.
Oscar joints.
When he won.
And it has his logo on the back, right?
It has his 40 Acres and Mule logo on the back. He wore them with the all-purple suit in memory of Prince, and he won the award for Best Screenplay. I think it was just Best Screenplay for Black
Spike's the only dude who can be out here like wild pigeon-toed and it still looks dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most people are rocking pigeon-toed Jones is good, but Spike rocks it. That's like, okay, all right,
yeah,
okay, that shit looks fly.
So that's it. That's a Jordan 3. Do you think we missed anything? You think there's something missing, Jermaine?
I think there might be something shitty missing from the 2013 to 2016. Honestly, I'm surprised you got the stealths. That was the one pair I was sitting on. I'm like, I bet she's not gonna remember these. But you got those.
I had the stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know you had those. So those are the ones. But man, it just seems light. I don't know. It seems like maybe I'm like putting GS and women's ones in my head, thinking there was a whole bunch of wild colors. That's probably what I'm doing.
I was like thinking, I'm like, I feel like you forgot some colors, but then now I think about it, the laser orange were a women's pair.
Yeah, a lot of
black and pink ones.
The Vogue ones.
The Vogue,
the Vogue were all women's.
Yeah.
There was a lot of women's pairs.
Yeah.
A lot of GS
I think before the ones got the hype, it was the threes for the women. I think. Don't quote me on it, but I think
there's the threes for a bit.
You're quoted, and I'm with you because I think you're right on that one.
For a bit.
I think you're forgetting about 2001 when they had the women's 11 votes coming out. That was kind of the first time they did women's.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you said? I didn't realize that's what you said.
You're saying when the hype started. But I'm saying same thing. Like it's when the women's shoes came out.
Oh yeah. In that case, I do not. Yeah. In that case, I'm not co-signing.
Like in the mid 2010s, like the threes before the ones were hype. It was the threes because that's when I had the Vogues. And then these colors that were coming out last couple of years.
I mean, for really getting technical about the Jordan women's, I think the Air Jordan women's was the first Air Jordan
women's. The 13, the 13 extended version of the 13, we'll call it.
Those ones just came out too, right? Just last year.
Yeah, they got retro. Yeah,
that was a nice pair, man. That's a nice pair.
It's reminiscent of the era, man. The 13 was the granddaddy to so many. That's one I can't wait till we get to. So many offshoots off the 13.
You will get there.
Yep.
So that was
my
it
very first
3.
retro.
Yeah. That's it for the Jordan 3. We'll be moving along swiftly through the Air Jordan Signature Collection. Many weeks to go.
Yes, I'm excited, man. This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
So many stories to hit up.
Yeah, this is fun.
We're getting good now.
Yeah, we're getting good. But before we leave, we always got to do a hot take. And I think everyone here knows I try to come up with something that nobody's seen before, but I don't think this one is something you haven't seen before.
No one can dodge this.
I'm going to explain what it is, bring it up, but it's an Adidas. It's an Adidas.
Adidas.
The Adidas Tommy Cash collaboration.
Boys.
The elongated, what is it?
How do you put these on and how do they stay on?
3 feet long.
No way he could walk. No way.
Like
that's what I mean. Like, how do you get your foot in this to stay?
Bro, imagine getting kicked in the nuts by
Well, 6
that will hit you in the back of the head, man. If he tries to kick you in the nuts, like that is gonna.
Yeah. Or you can kick him in the nuts from 6 feet away.
Or that, yeah. Wow, man. I
So,
don't know
are you
who
guys
Tommy
aware of who this guy is?
Not in
No,
the
I know
lightest.
you brought it up to us that he's a
So
rapper.
Tommy Cash is a weird, absurdist rapper, super experimental. He's from Estonia, and he raps in
Yeah.
Estonian, sometimes in Russian, but he's really into this like that Eastern European like Adidas tracksuit vibe.
Yeah.
And kind of like satirizing it, but also embracing it. And it's really grimy. His music videos are like super weird. Like he's usually like naked in them with like a bunch of weird, ugly naked people. And there's like his stuff is really out there. But I kind of dig it. It's really interesting. So seeing this was like nothing. This was not new for me. This wasn't like surprising for me when I saw they were doing a Tommy Cash one. It's like this could be crazy. But yeah, that's who this guy is.
Is there a video of him walking in these?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
they might just be like cemented into the ground or something.
He just put his foot in them. Oh Lord!
Can you imagine trying to run? Like he run to like your next.
Yeah, imagine the box that they come in.
Wow! Like these superstars?
Actually, yeah, they're superstars.
Yeah,
they came out yesterday.
What do you mean came out?
What?
They actually released, and I think they were So it says here they were a Russia exclusive. I don't know if you could buy them, or if they just gave a few pairs away. But you did a raffle on the Adidas app in Russia. So if anybody sees this out there in the next coming weeks of somebody actually with these that isn't Tommy Cash, hit us up because I want to see what these look like. These are like clown shoes to the nines.
They actually dropped them. Like they're a meter long fucking.
Of course, they're Europe, so they're a meter long. They're not.
Roughly 100.
How many centimeters?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got these in a 68, bruv? 70, bruv?
Yeah. So check out Tommy Cash. He's wild. he's a wild dude.
I don't know about all that.
Check it out.
Those are.
Is he as wild as Stitches?
Oh man, I heard that name in forever.
Crazy.
Brick in your face.
This guy's nuts.
Wow.
He's
okay, so between the two rappers, what's the name? Baby Marcus.
That's my guy.
Jeffrey Jordan Marcus.
That's my guy.
Jeffrey Baby Jordan 23 and Tommy Cash. Yeah.
That's it. We need a face off.
We know what the next collab from Jordan brand is going to be now to go against Adidas.
That's right.
Baby Jordan.
Jeffrey Baby, man.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Baby. I couldn't tell you any of his songs, but that's my guy regardless. Let's go, Jeffrey Baby. Can't let Tommy Cash come out here and do that. Look at all that clout he's getting. Come get some of this, man.
Yep.
Come get some of this.
Show him what's up.
All right, cool. Well, that's it. That's it for the week. Hot take finished. We are going to keep rolling through the signature shoes. So we got Jordan 4 coming up next week. We're going to try to get Sean Collard on the show. He is the OG head we spoke of earlier. Would love to have him come out. Tell us, what did we get wrong with the Jordan 3 this week? I want to hear what we did because we're always ready to learn. We're always ready to fix our mistakes and share this knowledge, the actual knowledge, with our fans out there. So tune in next week. We got the 4s. You can go back and listen to us. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on YouTube. You can watch this video on YouTube. So check out our older ones. We got the 2s the week before, the 1s the week before that, and lots of other shows prior to that. So come and check those out. Shout out to Fresh Take Network for putting us on all these podcasting places. And anybody got anything else to hit up this week?
Hey man, I'm just looking forward to getting to like the meat of this. Like right now we're in a really good spot for a lot of Jordan heads, 1 to I don't know, say 6. 11. Sure, yeah, 1 to 6, even if you break it down even more, for sure. 1 to 11, yeah, buddy, everyone's about that. But like I said, man, 98, 99, that's when I get in. So as soon as Jordan steps away, in comes me, boys. So let me tell you, from 15 to 23, I can't wait. I got stories out the ass. Those are gonna be some long ass episodes, man, because I got so many memories.
And those are episodes that I doubt there's a lot of episodes out there. People talking about shit.
Yeah.
We're doing episodes now that tons of people have done. we're trying to give our own perspective on these shoes. We're not doing a huge history lesson on the shoe because a lot of people know these. You can go watch another video out there telling you what Jordan did in the 3, what the 3 is, blah, 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 all this stuff.
That's not
what we're going through. We're telling you our stories with the shoes. We're telling you what we remember with all these different pairs through the years with these sneakers. So, yeah, I can't wait for 15 plus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're going to get some fun stories here. So, with that, hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube, on Facebook, in the group, YYC SOLEdiers, SOLEDIERS. We're here to chat anytime. Hit us up if you want to come and join the show. Are the 4s your favorite Jordan? Are the 5s your favorite Jordan? Anything coming up in the near future? Hit us up. We'd love to have you on and get your opinion on some of these shoes. That will be dope. We're still in mental health check. Quarantine has been slowly lifted in Calgary. Certain things are opening, but we're still supposed to stay inside. Weather's nice. Get outside, get some fresh air, see some friends with a mask on. If you can't do any of that, reach out to your friends online, reach out to us. We're always ready to talk sneakers. We can talk sneakers, as you can hear, till the cows come home every night, every week. We're on Sneaker Chat here, talking on Gotham. So with that, we'll sign off.
Wrestling.
Or wrestling.
We'll talk about
wrestling.
Vintage wrestling. If you're talking to me, it's vintage wrestling. Look at Albert. Look at Adam. They got you on the new stuff, man. Got you on the new stuff. But you talking 80s to 2000? I'm the dude.
I will agree with that. Yeah, Jermaine is that dude. So, all right. And as every week, we'll sign off with buy what you like, but wear what you buy. How low can you go? Tell me how deep can you dig? Tell me how far can you kiss? How high can you jump? Tell me do you do a lot of drugs? Tell me do you sip a lot of bub? How far can you go? Tell me are you down?